Roman Reigns should have no excuse at all. No excuse at all by leaving that Royal Rumble. I don't care if you're trying to protect him, if you're trying to put him on the moon. There's no excuse.
All right.
If you don't need him to rest, let him lay in one of them corners, like Jericho did half the match yesterday.
Okay. I just took 2 blood pressure pills because I know I'm about to get pissed again. Unfortunately, I was born black and I have high blood pressure. What in the fuck was the idea behind that shit? I don't give a fuck if you are trying to save it for the element of fucking surprise. Newsflash, my 53-year-old mother was sitting right here, and first thing she said, he's going to come back. She don't watch this shit. And she knew he was coming back. How in the fuck do you find it okay to leave this man in the back half of the Rumble? First of all, he walked off like he was half fucking dead. He could not move. Ribs, I don't know. You got kicked in the head 7 times. Why are you holding your ribs? He's holding his ribs. He's limping. He goes to the back. He fucking barely can stand. We miss Kofi Kingston getting eliminated because the camera's on this half-dead bastard.
Yep, that's another camera botch.
You know, we were worried about
Kingston was on the New Day's shoulder, but they had the cameras on Roman Reigns, and you missed Jericho drop kicking him from the apron out off of Big E's shoulders.
We thinking he's still in the corner eating fucking hot dogs.
You missed a whole portion of the Royal Rumble, and one of the things fans have been looking forward to all year, what spectacular move was Kofi Kingston going to do, and how was he going to get eliminated? Because you're watching somebody get carried to the back and walk to the back under their own power.
Exactly. And we missed the Kofi thing. Now we sitting here. We got to worry about this fucker being in the back half of the match. So in between this time, let me explain this to you, WWE. I've been watching the Rumble for years. Even when I wasn't watching, I would tune in to the Rumble. One of the best spots, whatever. I'm fucking up. I'm botching moves I'm botching words like they botched moves last night. When you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that buzzer go off, give me a legit legend. Just to feel the allure to throw him the fuck out. That whole time, I remember it got to a stretch of just ass after ass after ass after fucking Miz. I didn't even know he was still employed.
Yeah,
ass.
It was about, they went a span of about maybe 10, I say about 5 to 6 wrestlers that were just strictly just jobbers.
Like here it is, bro. We in Orlando, Florida. I ain't from Florida. I'm from Michigan. But if you're in Detroit, Michigan, I can tell you Ann Arbor ain't that far. It's in the same state. We in Orlando, Florida. Full Sail, Florida is not that far. You could have dropped that fucking Izzo and Big Cass music, and that roof would have blew the fuck off the building. Do you know they're not going to win? Let them get thrown out, but let them go. No, we get all these Jack fucking Swagger, fucking Mark Henry.
Yeah, Swagger who ain't been on TV in 6 months.
6 months. Big E. Now, I will say this. In that time frame, and I may calm down, because in that time frame, R-Truth was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you got R-Truth thinking it's a Money in the Bank match, which Kane proceeded to grab him off the top rope and toss him straight over the top rope, off the ladder.
I mean, that spot was fun because, first of all, we forget that R-Truth's supposed to have a fear lap. I mean, he just can't. In the whole ring, the crowd just looked. Everybody had that WTF look. Like, we knew what he was doing, but, like, really? Is R-Truth this damn silly right now? And that spot was good. But
looked at him just like he did in that promo a couple months ago. And he was like, you're not even, when Kane told him when he was still director of operations and it was the Money in the Bank time, and R-Truth came out amongst the guys that were actually in the match, and Kane said, Truth, what are you talking about? You're not even in the match.
Yeah.
Said, I'm not. My bad.
It was one of them. That was a good moment. But then you gave me ass after ass after ass. And let me explain this to you. If you are a fan of this fucker, change the station. Do not continue to listen. I appreciate you for pressing play now. I will close out for you now. This has been none other than Mr. Dav 1024 and Bryan J. Loveless on Twitter. This has been a One Take Podcast promotion, and I thank you for pressing play. At 30, you bring out this bitch Triple fucking H. After Roman and ran back.
I think majority of us saw it coming.
And you know what? I heard about it, right? But I'm like, no, this is not going to happen, because I turned into Brendan Critter from the Critters Den. Shout out to the Critters Den again. And I wanted to be surprised. And I didn't want to believe that you will give me this bullshit again. There's no way that you're going to give me the same bullshit that lost CM Punk. There's no way you're going to force me. You're going to force me to pay $9.99 a month where I can go back and watch all the Attitude I want, and then you tell me for the third straight WrestleMania I got an Attitude Era guy in the main event? No. There's no way you're going to tell me that. So I didn't believe it. And this bitch comes in the ring and they do exactly that. Listen here, WWF, WWE. I'm going to call you WWF because that's where the fuck y'all stuck at in the 90s. Why do you keep shoving these bitches down our throat? I'm tired of Jericho popping up with his Rudy Tooty booty ass fucking jokes. I'm tired of The Rock showing up. Rock bottom, that's a fucking Russian leg sweep. I'm tired of fucking him showing up, doing the same scale ass shit. I'm tired of Road Dogg. Oh, you didn't know? That's only for old school night. I don't want to see none of these old geriatric war zone Monday Night War bitches fight no more. If I want to see that, I log on to my WWE network and I watch that shit. It's too much talent in the back room for you to be giving me Triple H as the fucking champion tonight. I do understand that maybe this is the way that you finally close out and kill off the Authority. I understand that. But do it another way. Do it from within where you got somebody as they had Seth Rollins. I understand that was a wrench by him being hurt. Go somewhere. Find a way to create stories. You know what made you guys so sweet for this ass kissing that you do for these Attitude Era guys? WCW was kicking your ass. They took half of your old ass talent. So you had no choice but to trust new bloods. And you created new stories. You created the most racist black, all black group in all of wrestling in the Nation of Domination. Those were basically niggas hating white boys. I said it. It was exactly that. It was a version of the Black Panther Party in wrestling. You had DOA, which was a fucking redneck group of bikers. You had DX, where it was just fucking degenerates like their name was. You had to create stories. Vince McMahon had to come from behind the mic and get into the ring and make himself a character. You know why you had to do that? Because your beloved Hulk Hogan was over in WCW kicking your ass. The same way he made you millions, he took them from you. Macho Man, Mr. Perfect, Big Bubba, Big Boss Man. Everybody you fucking counted on was in WCW, so you had to trust in these new guys. Please. Kill the Attitude Era superstars. Trust in your new guys. Cena is not where it all ends. Randy Orton is not where it all ends. You left the Attitude Era and did good in the Ruthless Aggression area. What is this era going to be called? It doesn't have a name because it doesn't have an identity. I am tired of that bullshit. Cut it the fuck out or you will not get my $9.99 ever a fucking again. That is the Rumble for me. I don't care about shit else last night. I want the shit to stop. Is your show, B?
I'll let you get your rant out. I understand where you're coming from. I definitely do. It's been long overdue. The Attitude Era is supposed to die with The Undertaker and Triple H on Hell in a Cell 4 years ago. However many years that was. It's supposed to die out then. But the concept of these guys come back, that happens. One, I don't agree with it at all. 1,000%. I don't agree with it. It could be built totally better, but right now, in the state of the roster and the shape it's in, you have no Seth Rollins, no John Cena, no Randy Orton, no Cesaro, whoever. You got a handful of guys that will not be at WrestleMania. The next thing you do to sell possibly the biggest ever WrestleMania event ever, you got to put butts in those seats, and the butts in those seats want to see nostalgia. They want to see maybe a Triple H, a Rock, whoever. But right now, we don't have the bodies to fulfill those matchups right now. We don't have a John Cena, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins. It's a lot of injuries going on, and we're constricted to certain matchups. And people are going to want to see Brock Lesnar. People might not want to see Triple H, but it's going to happen. I think the Triple H factor into WrestleMania this year, in particular, is for Roman to overcome the authority, just like Austin did with McMahon and John Cena did with whoever, and become the guy that the people trust. They're trying to build him off of what Stone Cold made his name off of, killing the authority figures once and for all. And I understand that, but is it what I want? Not necessarily. But I understand it. It has to happen. You have to put 100,000 people in AT&T Stadium in Dallas. 100,000 people. And right now, you don't have none of your current mainstays. Three of your top mainstays are gone. They are not in the picture for WrestleMania at all. You have no other choice. I mean, you have to put old versus new. Yeah, Triple H is in the main event, but Triple H I think maybe one time in the past 4 or 5 WrestleManias he's been in. Yeah, Triple H has been in main event matches, but when has he put himself over? Yeah, he put himself over once against Brock, I think. No, Brock won that match. So Triple H, even being the head of the authority and whatever, being the main antagonist, he has not put himself over. Lost to The Undertaker twice. Lost to Brock Lesnar. Lost to Daniel Bryan. He's trying to put over these young talents. Roman was robbed of his WrestleMania moment last year. This is the best way to give him his WrestleMania moment and get these fans that's on the cusp of trusting him a chance to finally trust him and say, hey, this might be the guy. Things happen for a reason. There's a reason why Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, John Cena are not in the picture. It's meant for Roman to succeed. Point blank period.
And I agree with, as I tell everybody, I agree with all that. I'm looking at this from a fan standpoint that doesn't know the industry, that's just sick of what I'm sick of. And with that being said, Lucha Underground starts this week, so I have some relief. I don't have to cry every Monday because I'm not getting some of the best entertainment. Last night Rumble overall was a great show. A very shitty ending, especially with the Rumble, may rob few fans of how great the show was put together. Mm-hmm. The Rumble match itself could have been a lot better. They missed some key spots with not having some of the legends, but I guess if I want to see the legends show up in the Rumble, that throws up my argument of keep them the fuck off TV, because if you're going to keep them off TV without title shots and all that, don't enter them in the Rumble. But I still just get pissed at how it went down. Like I'm tired. Like, I understand you say he hasn't put himself over, but I
definitely understand where you're coming from. This Rumble in itself is a big improvement over the last 3 years, I believe, with the one where John Cena, I start with the one with Sheamus won, when he eliminated Chris Jericho. In that Royal Rumble, you had a woman enter and 3 announcers. You had JBL, Michael Cole, and Booker T all into the Royal Rumble, just to take up spots, just to quickly get eliminated, just like that. It happened. That was terrible. That was the Rumble Sheamus won, and then he went on to WrestleMania to beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds.